In the Louis D. Brandeis School of Law system, the law students are represented by separate
Your presence, it honors the journey these graduates have taken and the futures they are ready to build. Good morning. I'm Dean Coel, the Assistant Dean for Student Affairs at the Louis D. Brandeis School of Law at the University of Louisville. You have been listening to the beautiful music of University of Louisville alumna, violinist Misaki Hall and Jennifer Terrell. Let's give them a hand, please. Thank you, ladies. Always. They were students when we first started this, so it's a piece of nostalgia to see that they're professional musicians now. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the years. I appreciate you. Please put your cell phones on silent. Please do not stand in the aisles as we prepare for the processional. All those who are able and who wish to, please rise for the processional. Please be seated. Dignitaries, graduates, loved ones, on behalf of the Office of Student Affairs at the Louis D. Brandeis School of Law at the University of Louisville, welcome to the Convocation ceremony for the class of 2026 Law, Order, and Excellence. Many thanks must be given. Many thanks. Would all of the loved ones who are able and who wish to, please stand so the graduates can give you a hand. All loved ones of the graduates, please stand. Let them give you a hand. Thank you. Be seated. All active and retired military veterans, please stand. We need to thank you for your service. Retired veterans, active military. Yes. Thank you for your service. Thank you for keeping us safe. And I have to also ask all first responders, please stand. First responders. Yes. Thank you for your service. Thank you all for serving us and keeping us safe. I want to point your attention to the last page of the program. We thank Dean Jacobs and the Office of the Dean and all of the offices that are listed, the organizations and auxiliaries. They helped behind the scenes, they helped within the scenes. And I have to thank the faculty and the staff marshals who are serving today, and all of the faculty and staff who are here participating in many capacities. Thank you. We give a special thanks to our sign language team from ASL, CNH Audio, behind the curtain there, LMPD, for their security, and my special thanks to the Palace administrators, Charters Harrison and Sydney Anthony, and the entire Palace staff. Thank you for assisting us in making this a special day for our graduates. We thank them for making this special for our graduates and for the guests. At the core of my personal thanks for this ceremony are Mrs. Tracy Cole, Ms. Kelly Brady, Mr. Joseph Wiegand, and Dr. Mark Martinez. Thank you. My interns, Serenity, Amy, Hannah, Taylor, and Zeke. Thank you for today and for a wonderful, wonderful year. To the incoming SBA officers, Hannah Foster, Ashley Ranger, and with me on stage is the incoming SBA president-elect, Hannah Reese, who is on stage assisting me. Thank you so much. I say goodbye to my graduating chief intern who's been with me for 3 years, love her to death, Grace Lizanne Jelkin, and to my intern, Yusuf Ahmed. You guys, did we have some memories or what? Much love. You know I love you. Thank you so much for serving the Office of Student Affairs. It has been wonderful. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce Dean and Professor of Law for the Louis D. Brandeis School of Law, Dean Melanie B. Jacobs.
Thank you, Dean Coel. Congratulations, graduates. We are so excited to celebrate with you and your families and friends this morning. This is just the best day of the year. I love it. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and administrative leadership, I am pleased to welcome you and to celebrate this very special day with you. I would like to introduce our faculty and staff participants, so hold your applause. Serving this year as our Grand Marshal is Dr. Joanne Sweeney, who was also recognized as this year's 2026 Teacher of the Year. Please stand when I call your name, and then everyone will be acknowledged. Professor Hincheth, Professor Susan Tanner, who was our 2025 Scholar of the Year. Serving as a marshal is Dr. Tony Arnold. Also serving as a marshal is our Assistant Director of Professionalism and Community Engagement, Dr. Mark Martinez, Professor Jeff Metzmeyer, Professor Chris Kozel, our 8 hooding faculty who were chosen by the graduates, Professor Lenita Baker, Professor Lisa Nicholson, Professor Mark Murphy, Associate Dean Lars Smith, Professor Sam Markison, Professor Nina Couch, Professor Trucios Haynes, and the last member of our hooding faculty, Professor Joe Dunman, who made a special leap onto the stage, which was very impressive. Professor Minotho Inkobo, also serving as a marshal, Professor Cassie Chambers Armstrong, sorry that was reversed. Also serving as marshal, Professor Dan Cannon. I'd like to acknowledge Professor Tom Blackburn. This is the 50th anniversary of his tenure on the faculty. So 50 years, that does get special applause. That's amazing. Professor Kurt Metzmeyer, Professor Scott Campbell, Professor Bailey Egan, and of course, our Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, Timothy Hall. Now, let's give them all applause. Thank you, and of course, now you should sit. It would be really funny to have them stand the whole time, but we won't do that. Okay. I would like to introduce your first speaker this morning, Class of 26 Student Bar Association President, Mr. Michael Todd, TJ, Hensley Jr. In a class of outstanding leaders, TJ really shines. It has been such an enormous pleasure to work with him this past year and see the many ways in which he and other members of our executive board, including Vice President Jess D'Ambrosio, have improved communication and processes within the SBA and within the law school. In addition to serving as SBA president, TJ served as president of our Appalachian Law Caucus. Prior coming to Brandeis Law, TJ earned his BA in Political Science and Philosophy at Georgetown College and was a visiting student at Regents Park College at Oxford University. During law school, TJ served as an intern with the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office, as a law clerk with the Kentucky Tourism, Arts, and Heritage Cabinet, and legislative aide to the Kentucky State Senate Democratic Caucus. Each year, I ask our SBA president, who's our speaker, if there's something special that they request that I highlight in my remarks. And TJ asked me to share that of his many points of pride, and this is appropriate, I think, on Mother's Day, he is most proud to be the son of Todd and Billy Hensley and the brother of Toby and Gracie Hensley. And that's a good reminder for me to wish all the moms out there, including some of our newest moms who are graduates, a very happy Mother's Day. Honestly, I think TJ highlighting that is the best illustration of his character that we all came to know over the past 3 years. He is absolutely one of the kindest, most empathetic students that I have encountered in several decades of teaching. So I am very delighted to welcome TJ Hensley to the podium.
Thank you, Dean Jacobs, for those kind words, and I echo her sentiment. Happy Mother's Day to all, and I'd be remiss if I did not take this opportunity to thank those who came to support me, but who have supported me the whole time. My family, friends, and loved ones who are here, mother, father, siblings, aunts and uncles, cousins, grandparents, all those who are here and who wish to be here. This day belongs just as much to you as it does to me. Distinguished guests, esteemed faculty, beloved family, and dear friends, 3 years have passed all too slowly and all too quickly. In 3 years, we have learned more than perhaps we thought we ever could. Never mind how soon we may have forgotten it all once the exam ended. But perhaps more importantly, we learned more about ourselves than we knew that we needed. We read more, wrote more, studied more, asked more questions, stayed up later, all for today. We laughed, cried, worried, hoped, wished, prayed, all for today. The fact that we sit here proves that we are just as intelligent, dedicated, and courageous as we always hoped we were. To paraphrase President Kennedy, we went to the moon, not because it was easy, but because it was hard. Don't worry, there's another Kennedy quote later on. Now that journey continues as we prepare for whatever comes next. It becomes harder because the world we step into out there is far different than the one that we stepped out of 3 years ago. It is a world where the poor languish, the hungry groan, and the fearful cry out. But as St. Thomas More, another lawyer, said, if we lived in a world where virtue was profitable, common sense would make us saintly. But since we see that anger, pride, and hatred profit far beyond charity, modesty, and justice, perhaps we must stand fast a little, even at the risk of being heroes. It's dangerous to be a hero. It's dangerous to stand in the gap where the poor, the homeless, the hungry, and the fearful hope for someone to stand up for them. That gap is dangerous to stand in, but that is why we must run into it. It's dangerous to be a hero, but that is why we must do it. That is my call to each of you, that you will meet me in that gap, that you will do what you have already done and be a hero. I know that is much to ask of you, but as President Kennedy again said, the cost of freedom is always high, but we have always paid it. And as Captain America said, it's a price I'm willing to pay, and if I'm the only one, then so be it, but I'm willing to bet that I'm not. And in leaving you, I hope to leave you with these two words that have meant so much to me and informed so much of my own journey, and that I hope you will take and apply to your own in whatever way you can to continue being the hero that you always have been. And those two words are, I'm Batman. Little inside joke there. Class of 2026, my friends, I love you. Thank you, and may God bless you.
I love so many things about those remarks, but I'm Batman may be the best student quote that we have had. I would now like to invite class of 2018 alumnus, Professor James Wilkerson, to the podium. He is the president of our Brandeis Law Alumni Council, and of course, as many of you know, he is one of our adjunct professors, and he'll offer a brief message. I just would feel remiss not to note that he has been such an outstanding supporter of our law school, such a wonderful supporter of our students. Many of you know him from our boot camps that we've put together for students, for organizing the reunion tailgate, the homecoming tailgate, so hopefully you'll come back for that in October. No pressure, Joey. But he has been a truly outstanding president of the Alumni Council, and I'm hoping that you'll join him after you graduate. So, Professor Wilkerson.
Thank you, Dean Jacobs, and I will be brief. On behalf of 180 years of law students before us, it is my honor to say congratulations to the graduating class of 2026 and welcome to the Brandeis School of Law alumni family. Now, I do understand that you all have one more little obstacle in your path. But once each and every one of you do in fact clear that bar, it's my honor to tell you that the alumni door is always open for you here at UofL. Maybe that means being one of Dean Coel's alumni mentors. Maybe that means volunteering for Dean Lee at 1L Boot Camp, or maybe that just means inspiring and motivating the next great law student. Whatever the case, it is our alums that make up the backbone of our local Louisville legal community, a community that you are now all a part of. So with that said, once again, congratulations. Don't be a stranger. And of course, Louisville first and Cards forever. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, and I think that was under a minute. That was impressive. All right. Again, my congratulations to each of you, graduates, but of course, congratulations to the parents, the spouses, the partners, the children, all of the family and friends who are here today. Your graduate sits here in part because of your support, and I know how grateful they are for you. I also want to acknowledge to the graduates how much our faculty and staff, and personally, how much I've enjoyed getting to know you over the past 3 years. You joined us as interested, curious, slightly trepidatious students, and now we see these amazing new attorneys in front of us. Your class has demonstrated such wonderful leadership, as well as a real commitment and kindness to one another. I hope that you feel an enormous sense of pride as you reflect on your tremendous accomplishment. Collectively and individually, you are remarkable. There, of roughly 350 million Americans, about 1.3 million are lawyers. Think about that. I know lawyers don't like math, and I probably should have taken my calculator to figure out exactly what the percentage is, but we can all agree that 1.3 million of 350 million is a very, very small percentage. Which means that you are in rarefied company, so you have every right to revel in the glory of your achievement, that you have made it through law school, and that you are now a lawyer. You should feel a deep sense of pride. The road to get here was challenging, and you did it. Practice will bring different challenges, and so I have just a little bit of advice and also encouragement as you make this transition. Years ago, I was dining alone at a restaurant, and I wasn't truly alone because I had my property casebook and my notes in front of me to prepare for a student review session. I guess it's weird to go to a restaurant with your casebook and notes, but come on, you've done it too. So of course, when you're out with a casebook, because they're really thick, for those who are not as familiar with the casebook, of course, being out with a casebook invites comments, and a man saw me with the casebook, and lamented that there were too many lawyers. And I replied that there can never be too many good ones. So of course, he asked, what makes a good lawyer? And I quickly replied, good character and integrity. He obviously didn't really care for that because he proceeded to say, well, what's 1,000 lawyers at the bottom of the ocean? So I guess I wasn't very convincing. And I really despise that joke. I despise lawyer jokes generally. We know that there are significant access to justice challenges, especially here in Kentucky, in which too many counties are losing attorneys, and it's more complicated to find an attorney and secure legal representation. So we have too many lawyer jokes. The profession that you are joining is too important, and I'll risk saying it, too noble to warrant these jokes. But you, like I, have seen all kinds of examples of sloppy lawyering. Many of the cases that you studied involved poor lawyering. Most of you who have participated in our clinics or externships have complained about opposing counsel who submitted sloppy pleadings or didn't properly prepare a client, or who was disrespectful of you or disrespectful of the process. So today, as you embark on your career as a lawyer, promise yourself that you'll do better. Promise yourself that each day you will strive to do your best. Of course you'll make mistakes, that's okay, but it's that you're always going to strive to do your best, to be respectful, and to be respectful to yourself, to never lose your integrity. Promise yourself that you will adhere to what you fundamentally and deeply believe. Related to that, though, don't lose yourself to the practice of law, and I mean that in a lot of ways. Don't lose sight of whom and what means most to you. Your family and friends who are here celebrating you, who supported you, who want to share in your life should not be ignored. The activities you've always enjoyed shouldn't be forgotten for the next 40 or 50 years. Find the practice niche which makes you the happiest, in which you find the most satisfaction. And don't sacrifice your integrity. Don't sell your soul to a client or a partner or a case. Don't lose the idealist who applied to law school. Hopefully we haven't completely turned you into cynics after 3 years. You have so much power as a lawyer, building on what TJ said, use it for good. There's so many things you can do to help your community. You are part of this rarefied group who understands government and civics in a way that most people don't. You are a leader that people will look up to, and I hope you take tremendous pride in that. You have amazed us so much during your time here at Brandeis Law, and we know that the future is brighter for you than these lights shining on stage. I can't see you because of the lights, but I know you're there. We cannot wait to see you soar. We wish you every happiness and success, and we wish you so much good luck. And with that, my advice has come to an end, and I am going to introduce our keynote commencement speaker. Justice Angela McCormick Bissig was elected to the Kentucky Supreme Court in November of 2022. She serves the 4th Supreme Court District, which is Jefferson County. Justice Bissig has been a member of the Kentucky judiciary for 23 years. She served in both district and circuit courts and is chief judge of both terms. She is one of 2 founding circuit judges in the Commonwealth who presided over cases on a newly formed business court. Justice Bissig worked as a juvenile court judge for many years. She was a founding member of a restorative justice program, which currently serves to rehabilitate juveniles and bring healing to crime victims. She also helped establish a special program called the Enhanced Supervision Docket, providing court supervision of domestic violence offenders. She founded Jefferson County's only language and cultural immersion training for court system partners. Prior to her service on the bench, Justice Bissig served as an attorney for 13 years. She worked for 7 years as a prosecutor in the area of domestic violence and sexual assault. She also practiced civil law in the firms of Brown, Todd & Hayburn and Greenbaum, Dahl & McDonald. Justice Bissig is very involved in the community. She's on the board of directors of Volunteers of America, served on the board of directors of the World Affairs Council, and regularly hosts international delegations in her home. She also served on the boards of the Dare to Care Food Bank, the Center for Women, the Red Cross, Sister Cities of Louisville, and the Board of Trustees at the University of Louisville. She's been voted Judge of the Year by the Louisville Bar Association in 2013 and 2020. She was named Trial Judge of the Year in 2021 by the American Board of Trial Advocates. She was named the Kentucky Justice Association Judge of the Year in 2016, and a Muhammad Ali Daughter of Greatness. She's married to Arnold Rivera and has 3 adult children and 2 stepchildren. I need to also add that Justice Bissig is a proud Brandeis Law alumna and was our 2023 Brandeis Law Alumna Fellow. She is so incredibly supportive of our school and students. She routinely participates in student events. Most notably, she administered the oath of professionalism to you. You probably remember this when you were 1Ls during your orientation. So I think it is so fitting and appropriate that she is here to offer you some advice and encouragement upon your graduation. Please join me in welcoming Justice Bissig.
Thank you, Dean Jacobs. Here we are. Here we all are. Graduates, families of graduates, professors, administrators. Here we all are right now at your graduation. Think for a moment about all of the things that led us to be here at this moment. And not just having to get up this morning and pick what you were going to wear, get down here and park and get into this theater, but all of the things, graduates, that led you to this moment. At some point, you decided you wanted a career in the law. You had to take the LSAT. You had to apply to law schools. You had to start law school. You had to write papers, be prepared to brief cases, go through 6 rounds of final exams. All of that to lead you to be here receiving your law diploma today. Here we are, and I say that repeatedly because I want to invite each of you for just the next few moments to stop thinking about the brunch you have to get to when you leave here, to stop thinking about the hassle you had getting out of the house to get here, and to be in this moment of richness where you all are celebrating your graduate and their accomplishments. You have a law degree, graduates, or you will in just a moment. And TJ, our student bar president, already hearkened my theme for this talk, so I think it's appropriate. You have a law degree and you have superpowers. You have superpowers. Whenever I speak to the bar graduates when we are swearing them in their state constitutional oath of office to become attorneys, I tell them to use their superpowers for good. And that got me thinking about my comments to the group today. And I'm going to take off my Supreme Court Justice hat for just a moment and put my advocate hat back on. Sometimes I miss lawyering. Judging is much more passive. And make a case why you now leave this theater with superhero energy. Now, I know talking about superheroes may seem like a juvenile thing. We all know Superman and Wonder Woman and the Green Lantern, but adults can use superheroes as well, and your clients definitely will need you to be a superhero. So I did a little bit of research about the key core attributes of a superhero. I even went down reading about the Marvel Universe. Superheroes possess a unique blend and extraordinary abilities and core moral traits to be effective, have mental fortitude and resilience, to overcome failure, to have a strong moral code centered on responsibility and selflessness. So I want to go through quickly key 7 attributes of a superhero in the Marvel Universe. 1 is an unwavering determination and a fighting spirit, a persistent, driven energy to achieve your goals, sometimes against overwhelming odds. You've all shown that you have that quality. You have gone through a lot of pressure. Having one exam during the course of a law class is a lot of pressure. As I said, you've done that 6 times. And that's because when you're in a courtroom representing someone else, there's a lot of pressure, and that's for a reason. Number 2 is a strong moral compass, a deeply held commitment to what is right and what is just, often characterized by a duty to protect others. I know one of my whys, my personal whys for attending law school and wanting a career in the law, my mother used to tell me when I was young that I hated things that weren't fair. Boy, would it make me mad when something wasn't fair or wasn't right, and I wanted to set about to make it right. And as a lawyer, you are taking on the problems and challenges of others. Number 3 is resilience and fortitude, the ability to recover from trauma, failure, and setbacks, and continue fighting regardless of the difficulty. As Dean Jacobs said, you will not win every motion you have in court. You won't win every trial that you have or hearing. You won't best your opponent in every negotiation. You will lose some, but learn from those losses. Take away from those losses what you can move forward and do better. Number 4 is courage and determination, a fighting spirit, the ability to make high-pressure decisions, a persistent drive to achieve, and the ability to focus under pressure. And again, I remember as a young lawyer, people will look to you for answers, counsel, and guidance. And not just when you're at work at whatever you do during the day to earn your way, but in the evening when you're having a burrito and a margarita at a Mexican restaurant, your friend whose family member got arrested, or your friend who's going through a divorce or selling an apartment are going to look to you for your advice, wisdom, and guidance. The fifth character of a superhero is my very favorite one of this list, and that is relatability and human flaws. Every superhero has relatability and human flaws. And what do we mean by that? The very best superheroes have had personal problems. Having problems, having real human experiences gives us compassion. It helps us to be grounded. And none of us are perfect, except maybe a couple of your professors up here. Professor Blackburn, after 50 years, he's probably pretty close to being perfect. You're not going to be perfect, but I like it that your human flaws are one of your superpowers. They're going to help you to understand your clients and work with them. Number 6 is the one you're going to probably tell me, nope, you can't prove that we have that, Justice Bissig, which is a unique gimmick or superpower, right? Usually our superheroes are able to leap buildings, and they're able to see through walls, or they're able to run really fast, and you would say, there's where we fall short. And I would say, absolutely not. You have a unique gimmick, or two now. Who else but you can shepherdize a case and find out if it's good authority? Who else but you can read a complicated statute or constitution and make sense of what it says or argue what it should stand for? Who else but you can write a 10,000-page legal paper and call it a brief? And you even have your superhero costume. Look at one another. You're wearing your robes. You have your hat. You are in your superhero garb today, reflecting the superhero energy within you. And finally, the one I will leave you with, the final superhero quality is inspirational potential. Inspirational potential. Doing things in the world that represent our best ideals. Acting with self-sacrifice in a way that others can look up to. As Dean Jacobs again said, you all inspire us. You inspire us by your work in law school, and you inspire your family and friends that are here today. So, law graduates, I hope that I have successfully made a case today that you will move forward from this moment forward with superhero energy in the world. And one more thing, if I could ask all of the mothers to please stand, all the mothers in the room, even if you're not the mother of a law student, just all the mothers to stand. You all can stand too if you're mothers. Mothers. Moms and bonus moms and grandmoms, thank you all for raising superheroes. You did it. Today on Mother's Day, you can know that you raised superheroes. And I want to give you a quote by Abraham Lincoln, which is the only one that I could find that talks about the law and mothers. But I really have loved and appreciated and respected my career in the law. I hope for each of you that you develop that as well. But our 16th president, Abraham Lincoln, said, "Let reverence for the laws be breathed by every American mother to the inspiring babe that prattles on her lap. Let it be taught in the schools, in the seminaries, in the colleges. Let it be written in primers and spelling books and almanacs. Let it be preached from the pulpits. Let it be proclaimed from the legislative halls," Senator. "And let the reverence for the laws be enforced in our courts of justice." So the reverence for the law starts at the mother's knee, and I thought that that was appropriate today. So thank you again to all of the mothers that are here. I want to thank you all for taking a moment to be with me in this moment this morning. I do want to congratulate you all for your law degree today. And on behalf of not just myself, but my colleagues on the Kentucky Supreme Court and the entire Court of Justice, we are proud of you today. We are passing the torch of justice to your capable hands. I'm going to leave you this morning with two of my favorite legal quotes. One of them is our founding father, Alexander Hamilton, who says the first duty of society is justice. The first duty of society is justice. And I truly believe that. If we don't live in a place where our laws can be enforced and our disputes resolved peaceably in our courts of law, then all of the rest of the things we care about in society, education, the environment, law enforcement, defense, they can't happen without that just playing field. So I think Alexander Hamilton was very wise. And again, you all will be carrying forth that torch for the rule of law. And then I will leave you today with the wise words of the Roman philosopher Cicero, who was also a lawyer back in ancient Rome. And he says, "We are all bound by the law so that we may all be free." And in a healthy democracy, the activities that you're about to undertake, whether you work at a law firm, whether you negotiate, whether you do criminal, civil, whether you go into a company and help advise them as to their business rights, you are holding the law high so that we all may live free. Congratulations.
I really like the superhero discussion. I feel that I've also learned more about superheroes, so thank you. We see the work of you and your colleagues on the court, and we have some great superheroes to look up to, so thank you, and this is just a token of our appreciation. All right, you've been so patient. We will proceed to the hooding ceremony and awards for recognition for the class of 2026. All right. The hood dates back to medieval times. The color purple for law indicates both the field and highest degree, and then the red and black lining of the hood represent this university, which is proud to bestow the degree of Juris Doctor on its graduates. The draping of the hood represents the symbolic awarding of the degree. Dean Coel, let the hooding ceremony begin.
All right, Dean. Thank you, Dean. Grand Marshal Sweeney, Mrs. Cole, Ms. Brady, Ms. Sanders, please get into position. Marshals Cannon, Arnold, Armstrong, and Martinez, please take your positions. At this time, would the helpers with the children participants please go see Mrs. Cole at the children's welcome area?
Dean Coel, before we proceed farther, shall I give people some visual
Absolutely.
assistance?
I think we need the visual assistance from the dean about the feat, of which I told the graduates, the pendings, they're about to be graduates. Yes, so would you proceed with the demonstration?
Okay, graduates, we have pictures of feet here on the stage. They are here to guide and assist you. There are 3 pictures of feet. This is what is going to occur.
All right, there's the hooding feet. Those are the hooding feet, yes. Do the model flip. Before you get to do the photo with the dean. And Dean, the photographer, the photographer has a photo, the solo photo is down on the floor when you leave the stairs. So there will be, as soon as you get off, quick photo, and then back to the seat he has created. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Hood, Photo with the dean. Yeah. And then down by the backdrop. There you go. I love it. There you go. Applause. I love it, love it, love it. I love that. Thank you, Dean. Thank you so much. Professor Smith and Dunman, please come to the hooding area, stand around the X, and the graduate will stand on the feet. Fabulous, fabulous. Very good. Yep, there you go. President Hensley, come forward. And there are feet up here too, just so you know. Okay. Very good. Michael Todd Hensley, Jr., TJ, cum laude, President of the Student Bar Association, past President of the Appalachian Law Caucus. Michael Todd Hensley, Jr., TJ. Would the loved ones of Jessica Varda please stand? Yes, Dean Sweeney, you can release them. In 2023, this class signed a pledge to follow the Honor Code and the UofL Code of Conduct. In keeping with the tradition at Brandeis Law, the student who is ranked first in the class receives this pledge in remembrance of this great achievement. Mr. Austin Wheeler, beloved son of our graduate, please come forward to retrieve the pledge on behalf of your mother. Austin. Photo with the dean. Very good. And Austin will grab, all right, okay. Okay, all righty, very good. There you go, very good, Austin. Photo with the dean. Thank you. Congratulations to the loved ones of Jessica Varda. Jessica Varda, summa cum laude, ranked #1 in the class of 2026, President of the Tech Law Society, editor of UofL Law Review, National Moot Court Competitor, Ordered Liberty Fellow, Brandeis Inn of Court, Jessica Varda. Please release. And we'll release 2 or 3 at a time, please. Professor Russ Weaver, who was unable to be here today, wants you to know that Jessica Varda was the best research assistant he has ever had in his 44 years at the law school. Please know that. Addison Bell Rogers, summa cum laude, Order of Barristers, Battle of the Bluegrass, Best Advocate, Breonna Taylor, Legacy Fellow, Brandeis Inn of Court, Notes Editor, Law Review, Academic Fellow, and a published author of a Law Review journal, Addison Bell Rogers. Prabha Rajasekaran, summa cum laude, and joining her is McGill, who's 7 years old, her son. Senior Articles Editor, Law Review, published author and Best Note Law Review Journal, Vice President of the Business Law Society, Entrepreneurship Clinic, Black Law Students Association, First Generation Peer Mentor, past Vice President, Student Health Law Association, and a Law Library Fellow. Prabha Rajasekaran and McGill. Alexis Self, magna cum laude, president of the Parents Attending Law School. And she is a parent with Slayton, who is now 3 days old. So bless her for even getting here. Brandeis, Brandeis Inn of Court, Central High Fellow, National Ms. J.D. Fellow, published author of a law treatise, and a 1L representative and fundraising chair of the Student Bar Association. Alexis Self. And her beloved husband, Skylar, assisting. And you all were, I said, you could have done the ramp. They're doing the steps. Take your time. Jessica Alice D'Ambrosio, Executive Vice President of the Student Bar Association, Vice President, if, when, how, Honor Council member, Law School Senator. Jessica Alice D'Ambrosio. Jessica Renee Rothenberg, cum laude, Managing Editor of Law Review, published author, Law Review Journal, Admissions Ambassador, Treasurer of the Business Law Society, Student Bar Association, Veterans Advocacy Society, and the Student Affairs Task Force.
Graduates, as you come up, you want to have your hood so that the velvet is facing out. It will make it a lot easier for the hooding. So, okay, so the purple velvet, right, is going to be a V down over your head. Thank you.
Jessica Renee Rothenberg. Phoebe Elizabeth Schown, cum laude, Order of Barristers, President of If, When, How, Vice President of Administration for the Advocacy Society, Battle in the Bluegrass Mock Trial Advocate, Ackerson Law Clinic, Solidarity Chair for the National Lawyers Guild. Phoebe Elizabeth Schown. Jennifer Troth Sliger, cum laude, Kentucky Innocence Project Clinic. Jennifer Troth Sliger. Jenna Servey Pinto, Executive Board of the Women's Law Caucus. Jenna Servey Pinto. Davis Michael Call, cum laude, Tech Law Society. Davis Michael Call. Trevor Clark, cum laude. Trevor Clark. Trevor Clark. Mason Craycroft, magna cum laude. Mason Craycroft. Kyra Rhiannon Henry, magna cum laude. National Mock Trial Team, Research Assistant. If, when, how. Kyra Rhiannon Henry. Owen Lewis Pennington, cum laude. Owen Lewis Pennington. Jonathan Kaplan, magna cum laude. Executive Editor for the UofL Law Review, President of the Business Law Society, Secretary of the Tech Law Society, and a first-generation peer mentor. Jonathan Kaplan. Second Lieutenant Ralph Benchstubbs, United States Marine Corps. Admissions Ambassador, Honor Council, First Generation Peer Mentor Leader, Student Affairs Task Force, Library Fellow, and a Student Bar Association SGA Senator and 1L Rep, Second Lieutenant Ralph Benchstubbs. Sarah Walco, cum laude. Articles Editor of the Law Review, 3L Representative, Treasurer of the Student Health Law Association, Treasurer of the Lambda Law Caucus, First Generation Peer Mentor, Sarah Walco. Joshua Michael Jones, magna cum laude, Ordered Liberty Fellow, Ackerson Law Clinic, Mediation Clinic, past Vice President of the Christian Legal Society. Joshua Michael Jones. Tyler Sexton, magna cum laude, Ackerson Law Clinic, Resilience Justice Fellow. Tyler Sexton. Chase Casabero, Study Abroad Belize, Business Law Society, Sports and Entertainment Law Society. Thank you. Chase Casabero. Christopher Brian Kingsbury with August. August is 10 months. August is 10 months, magna cum laude. University of Louisville Law Review, published author of the Law Review Journal. Christopher Brian Kingsbury and August. Second Lieutenant Ian C. Bellino, United States Marine Corps. Director of Events for the Student Bar Association, President of the Christian Legal Society, Study Abroad Budapest, Islip Belize, Federalist Society, Mediation Clinic, Resilient Justice Fellow. Second Lieutenant Ian C. Bellino. Zachary J. Broyles, Ordered Liberty Fellow, President of the Federalist Society, National Moot Court Competitor, Study Abroad Budapest, and a first-generation peer mentor. Zachary J. Broyles. David Hunter Andrews, cum laude. David Hunter Andrews. Jeffrey Todd Crenshaw, Doctor of Jurisprudence. Jeffrey Todd Crenshaw. Nicholson Thomas Adams, cum laude. Nicholson Thomas Adams. Benjamin Lewis Barbary, magna cum laude. KBA and LBA representative for the Student Bar Association, senior symposium editor for Law Review, published author for a Law Review journal, Brandeis Inn of Court, and academic fellow. Benjamin Lewis Barbary. Hayden Alexander Searcy, Esquire, just past the bar, cum laude. Admissions Ambassador, Student Affairs Task Force, Brandeis ACLU. Hayden Alexander Searcy, Esquire. Alexis Nicole Lafoy, Women's Law Caucus, Environmental, Animal, and Land Law Society. Alexis Nicole Lafoy. Mariah De Leon Manning, Women's Law Caucus. Mariah De Leon Manning. Morgan Elaine Daniels, Women's Law Caucus, Environmental Animal and Land Law Society. Morgan Elaine Daniels. Grace Danielle Chitwood Hampton, published author, Law Journal, first generation peer mentor, Christian Legal Society, and the Appalachian Law Caucus. Grace Danielle Chitwood Hampton. Nandini Ahuja, first generation peer mentor, Student Affairs Task Force, If, When, How, Women's Law Caucus, International Law Society. Nandini Ahuja. We thank Professor Smith and Professor Dunman. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Would Professor Couch and Professor Murphy please come forward to the hooding area? Faith Annalee Bentley, magna cum laude, first generation peer mentor, Brandeis Inn of Court, Women's Law Caucus, Environmental, Animal, and Land Law Society. Faith Annalee Bentley. Kayla Collette, first generation peer mentor. Kayla Collette. Noah Young, member at large, Student Bar Association, 2L representative for the Appalachian Law Caucus, and a member of the Student Rights Coalition. Noah Young. Anna Julia Prata, Louisville Political Review, Client Counseling Team, Student Conduct Hearing Council, Latinx Law Student Association, Student Government Association, and a two-time published author of 2 law journals. Anna Julia Prata. Isabella Marie Bremner, magna cum laude, staff editor of the Law Review, volume 64, and a member of Parents Attending Law School. Isabella Marie Bremner. Madison Marie Mears, summa cum laude, Brandeis Honor Society, Women's Law Caucus, Business Law Society, and a first-generation peer mentor. Madison Marie Mears. Cammie Elizabeth Gaunt, summa cum laude, Order of Barristers, Brandeis Inn of Court, President of the Advocacy Society, Vice President of the Appalachian Law Caucus, and a member of the National Moot Court Team. Cammie Elizabeth Gaunt. Rebecca Preston Goody, magna cum laude, founder and president of the Environmental Animal and Land Law Society, academic fellow, Brandeis Honor Society, Journal of the Animal Environmental Law, first generation peer mentor, and Appalachian Law Caucus. Rebecca Preston Goody. Mackenzie Dale Bashu, president of DASA, Brandeis Inn of Court, and a member of the Women's Law Caucus. Mackenzie Dale Bashu. Jacob Robert Mace, Master of Arts in Sustainability, Department of Urban and Public Affairs, University of Louisville Law Review, published author of a Law Review Journal, Journal of Animal and Environmental Law, Labor and Employment Law, Moot Court, Ackerson Law Clinic, Human Rights Advocacy Fellow, and a Resilience Justice Fellow, Jacob Robert Mace. Amy Danielle Hovenagel, Resilience Justice Fellow, Lambda Law Caucus, Labor and Employment Law Society, National Lawyers Guild, Women's Law Caucus, and a member of If, When, How. Amy Danielle Hovenagel. Sergeant Shalante Denise Branham, United States Army, cum laude, President of the Black Law Students Association, Research Assistant for Professor Nicholson, First Generation Peer Mentor, Human Rights Advocacy Program Fellow, Staff Editor for Law Review, and a member of Brandeis Inn of Court. Shalante Denise Branham, Sergeant Shalante Denise Branham. Christopher E. M. Sierra with Ileana, age 7. Yay! Member of Law Review. Beautiful Ileana. Yes. Christopher E. M. Sierra and Ileana. Bergen Lee Cornelius, magna cum laude. Editor-in-Chief of the Law Review. Brandeis Inn of Court, Eviction Defense Clinic. Bergen Lee Cornelius. Bianca Diane Couch, magna cum laude. Notes editor for Law Review and a member of the Entrepreneurship Clinic. The mother-daughter moment. Bianca Diane Couch. Very nice. Olivia Grace Burkeen, Women's Law Caucus, Diversity Scholar. Olivia Grace Burkeen. Ashley Marie Rivera, cum laude, Vice President of Internal Communications for the Advocacy Society, Social Chair for the Latinx Law Student Association, Staff Editor for Law Review Volume 64, First Generation Peer Mentor Leader, and UofL Study Abroad Budapest, Ashley Marie Rivera. Olivia Eileen Badalamenti, cum laude, Immigration Law Clinic, Vice President of Internal Affairs for the Advocacy Society. Olivia Eileen Badalamenti. Jaden Marie Harold, magna cum laude, published author of a Law Review Journal, Ackerson Law Clinic, Brandeis School of Law Mediation Clinic, and a member of the Women's Law Caucus. Jaden Marie Harold. Mary Claire Coles, Ackerson Law Clinic, Women's Law Caucus, If, When, How. Mary Claire Coles. Taylor Elizabeth Whitlock, cum laude, First Generation Peer Mentor, Women's Law Caucus, Student Health Law Association. Taylor Elizabeth Whitlock. Alexandra Marie Jones, Women's Law Caucus, Business Law Society. Alexandra Marie Jones. Okay. All right, is Brett here too? Thais Shelton. Okay, got it. International Law Society. Latinx Law Society. Thais Shelton. Hannah L. Conway. Sports and Entertainment Law Society. Disability and Allied Law Students Association. Hannah L. Conway. All right. Sergeant Brett Nyquist, United States Army Reserves, cum laude. Advocacy Society, Order of Barristers, Veterans Advocacy Organization. Sergeant Brett Nyquist. Lauren Maddox, cum laude. Executive Board member of If When How, Ackerson Law Clinics 1 and 2, Greenbaum Public Service Fellow, first generation peer mentor, parents attending law school. Lauren Maddox. Riley Michelle Bone, Greenbaum Fellow, If, When, How, and a member of the Lambda Law Caucus. Riley Michelle Bone. Kennedy Ballard, cum laude. Order of Barristers. Arbitration Team. Vice President for External Affairs, Moot Court Liaison, Advocacy Society Board. Kennedy Ballard. Brendan David Lewis, cum laude. Law Review, International Law Society, Lambda Law Caucus. Brendan David Lewis. Thomas Worthen, Federalist Society, Mediation Clinic, Treasurer and Vice President for the Christian Legal Society, a Greenbaum Fellow, and Study Abroad Budapest. Thomas Worthen. Thank you so much to Professors Couch and Murphy. Thank you so much. Would Professors Markison and Nicholson please come forward to the hooding area? Jackson Schaefer Darty, magna cum laude, Ordered Liberty Fellow, Articles Editor for the Law Review, Vice President of the Environmental, Animal, and Land Law Society. Jackson Schaefer Darty. Cassandra Arden Bone, magna cum laude, Clio Scholar and Mentor, Human Rights Advocacy Fellow, Study Abroad, Budapest. Cassandra Arden Bone. Nicole May Fernandez Nocon Childers, cum laude, Clio Scholar, Central High, Street Law Instructor, Study Abroad, Budapest, Senior Staff Editor for Law Review, Human Rights Advocacy Program Fellow. Nicole May Fernandez Nocon Childers. Piper Allison Mackenzie Eads. ABA representative for the Student Bar Association, events coordinator, International Law Society, first generation peer mentor, and study abroad Budapest. Piper Allison Mackenzie Eads. Bailey Elizabeth Gibbs, magna cum laude. Senior Notes Editor for Law Review, Volume 64. Vice President of the International Law Society, a member of Honor Council, Research Assistant for Professor Levinson, American Society of International Law, and a first-generation peer mentor, Bailey Elizabeth Gibbs. Whitney Nelson, Eviction Defense Clinic, Student Affairs Task Force, first generation peer mentor, and a member of BALSA. Whitney Nelson. Renee Probst, cum laude, academic fellow, first generation peer mentor, Oxford study abroad. Renee Probst. Megan Lee Ryan, cum laude, Notes Editor for the Louisville Law Review, President of the International Law Society, published author, Law Journal, Admissions Ambassador, Ackerson Law Clinic. Megan Lee Ryan. Brianna Sullivan, Eviction Defense Clinic. Brianna Sullivan. Lucas Brock Powell, cum laude. Lucas Brock Powell. Oliver William Weber. Arbitration, moot court team. Oliver William Weber. Gavin Luscombe, arbitration team, first generation peer mentor. Gavin Luscombe. Robert Craig DeWeese, Jr., magna cum laude. Craig DeWeese Jr. Rex Wayne Robinson, cum laude. Christian Legal Society, Federalist Society, Sports and Entertainment Law Society. Rex Wayne Robinson. Gabriel Hobson, cum laude. Gabriel Hobson. Tanner J. Bright, Doctor of Jurisprudence. Tanner J. Bright. Dominic Macaluso, magna cum laude. Sports and Entertainment Law, 1L representative. First generation peer mentor. Dominic Macaluso. Andrew Benningfield, Ackerson Law Clinic, Appalachian Law Caucus. Andrew Benningfield. Sarah Burkhead, cum laude, Human Rights Advocacy Fellow, Mediation Clinic, Women's Law Caucus. Sarah Burkhead. Grace Frances Garner, cum laude. President of the Women's Law Caucus, Senior Staff Editor for Law Review, published author of a Law Review Journal, Lefkowitz Moot Court Team, Academic Fellow, and a first-generation peer mentor. Grace Frances Garner. Natalie McAninch, magna cum laude, Ackerson Law Clinic, Senior Staff Editor for Law Review, and a member of the Women's Law Caucus. Natalie McAninch. Savannah Thomerson, magna cum laude. Brandeis Honor Society, Advocacy Society, Women's Law Caucus, Entrepreneurship Clinic. Savannah Thomerson. Anna Mara Howell, magna cum laude. Anna Mara Howell. Grace Lizanne Jelkin, cum laude. Law Review, Ackerson Law Clinic. Student Affairs Chief Intern and Concierge. Academic Fellow, 2L Representative for DALSA and the International Law Society. Grace Lizanne Jelkin. Thank you to Professors Nicholson and Markuson. Thank you so much. Would Professors Baker and Trucios Haynes please come forward to the hooding area? Sameli Hirabolini Sanchez, cum laude. Chair of the Student Affairs Task Force, President of the Latinx Law Student Association, published author of a law journal, Order of Barristers, Brandeis Inn of Court, and a first-generation peer mentor leader. Sameli Hirabolini Sanchez. Rebecca Caroline Lake, cum laude. Articles Editor of Law Review, Chair of the First Generation Peer Mentor Connection, Student Board of Directors, Library Fellow, Mediation Clinic, and a member of the Women's Law Caucus, Rebecca Caroline Lake. Christiana Marie Martinez, cum laude. Vice President of the Latinx Law Student Association, first generation peer mentor leader, and a member of the Ackerson Law Clinic, Christiana Marie Martinez. Edison Fontaine Pleasance. Cleo Scholar. Central High, 2-year instructor, Ackerson Law Clinic, Black Law Students Association, a member of the Lambda Law Caucus, first generation peer mentor, and a Breonna Taylor Scholar. Edison Fontaine Pleasance. Emma M. Poole, cum laude. President of the Lambda Law Caucus, 3L representative of the Student Bar Association, Human Rights Advocacy Fellow, Immigration Law Clinic. Emma M. Poole. Sabina Marti, magna cum laude, Treasurer of the Women's Law Caucus. Sabina Marti. Amos Dalton York, Brandeis Inn of Court, Professional Development Chair for the SBA, Purtle Washer, Moot Court First Place Champion, 1L Oral Advocacy First Place Champion, and a first generation peer mentor, Amos Dalton York. Jessica Lauren Kehalani Vazana, Vice Chair of the Honors Council, Secretary for the Women's Law Caucus, Mediation Clinic, Secretary for Sports and Entertainment Law Society, a first-generation peer mentor, and captain of the UofL women's rugby team. Jessica Lauren Kehalani Vazana. Caitlin Kimmery, Research and Teaching Assistant for Dr. Susan Tanner, First Generation Peer Mentor, Immigration Law Clinic, Business Law Society Secretary, Caitlin Kimmery. Yusuf Ahmed, Vice President of the Appalachian Law Caucus, Eviction Defense Clinic, Student Affairs Intern and Concierge. Yusuf Ahmed. Dinah Michelle Montgomery, cum laude. First Generation Peer Mentor. A member of the Women's Law Caucus. A member of the Advocacy Society. And she's on the client counseling team. Dinah Michelle Montgomery. Sophia Grace Head. Sports and Entertainment Law Society. Women's Law Caucus. Sophia Grace Head. Christopher Broadwater, cum laude. Federalist Society, and a member of the ACLU Brandeis chapter. Christopher Broadwater. Joshua Lee Coleman, magna cum laude. He is a registered patent agent, a research assistant for Professor Ritchie, president of the Student Health Law Association, First Generation Peer Mentor Leader, Lefkowitz Moot Court Team, Battle of the Bluegrass Mock Trial Team, Joshua Lee Coleman. Meg Lauren Stein, Symposium Editor for Law Review, First Generation Peer Mentor Leader, Mediation Clinic, Women's Law Caucus, If, When, How, and a member of the International Law Society, Meg Lauren Stein. William Burgos, magna cum laude. Study abroad, Budapest. William Burgos. Joshua Mellon, veteran of the United States Navy. Vice President of Competition Logistics Advocacy Society, Veterans Advocacy Organization. Joshua Mellon. Michael A. Ballard, veteran of the United States Air Force, Resilience Justice Fellow, Human Rights Advocacy Program, Civil Rights and Liberties Moot Court Team, Officer for the Labor.
Can we bring up the lights so that we can see our grads?
Thank you to the marshals.
I want to get their picture. please join me in truly 100% congratulating our graduates. They made it across the stage. They figured out the hood. They got the pictures. They're amazing. Dean Coel offered thanks to so many, but I hope that you would please join me in giving her a special round of applause. She puts her heart into this.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Love you. Love you guys. Thank you.
And now that we made her emotional, I have to turn it back to her.
Yeah, I know, right? I am filled. Thank you, Dean. Thank you, guys. Really, thank you. Graduates, here is your special farewell, class of 2026. You overcame many challenges. Today is your moment. Today is your memory. Mr. Regan. You can see it on that screen.
In the Louis D. Brandeis School of Law System, the law students are represented by separate and equally important groups, and this is a piece of their story.
Yeah, I got nothing to lose, 'cause everything I know is what my mama told me. I got nothing to prove, 'cause the only thing I need is to be me. I got nothing to lose, 'cause everything I know is what my mama told me. I got nothing to prove, 'cause the only thing I need is to be me. What I gotta stay true to myself. These words make my day, being not someone else. Oh Lord, I will pray, and yes, I'm in the mood as long as I got enough time. There's so much reason to come undone, but I'm grateful for every day, and I gotta move on 24/7. I never give up, just what my mama said, and I'm good, got nothing to lose, 'cause everything I know is what my mama told me. I got nothing to prove, 'cause the only thing I need is to be me. I got nothing to lose, 'cause everything I know is what my mama told me. I got nothing to prove, 'cause the only thing I need is to be me. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. come. The best is yet to come. I know, I know, I know. I feel it in my bones. Yeah, the best. Oh, the best. The best is yet to come. Hey, future. I believe we're heading for the day where the work that was done will finally make a way to the hope that we have for all. That's why we say, hey, future. Hey, future. Oh, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. I know, I know, I know. I feel it in my bones. Yeah, the best. Oh, the best. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. I know, I know, I know. I feel it in my bones. Yeah, the best. Oh, the best. The best is yet to come.
run away. Turn the page. We'll live in endless summer. Elevate. Wide awake. We'll live in endless summer. Run away. Turn the page. We'll live in endless summer. Elevate. Wide awake. We'll live in endless summer. We'll live in endless summer. We'll live in endless summer.
It's me. I love seeing all the pictures. I hope that for you graduates and for your families and friends that you have had as much celebrating today as we have celebrating you. We are so incredibly proud of you, so excited for what comes next. Again, we know your futures are so bright. Guests, we are going to ask, please, that you remain at your seats until the recessional has been completed. And graduates, we are going to ask, and I know you really want to give lots of hugs and so forth, but if you could just please remain at your seats so that we can get one more group photo for all of you.
Please.
Okay? And again, congratulations.
Thank you, Dean. All rise. Grand Marshal Sweeney, please lead the recessional. Thank you to the dignitaries. Thank you, Dean. I appreciate that. Thank you, Justice. Thank you, sir. Thank you, guys. Thank you, sir. Graduates, stay seated, please. Yes. All right. This concludes, but I need our graduates to stay where you are, and the families, you can start heading on out. Thank you all so much. What a blessing. All right, that's a wrap. Interns, please proceed to collect the regalia. All right, graduates, no longer pending. Yep. Graduates, turn around. I know you can't see. It's okay. They can see you. The photographers are up in the balcony. So we need you to turn around. There you go. All right. Mr. Photographer, where are you? I see. All right. Mr. Photographer, where are you?